We are facing a divorce epidemic right now. Women are filing for divorce in droves. Over 900,000 divorces were filed in 2024 alone. I think that number's only going to climb. Chat, let me know what you think in the comments. I got a banger from Cosmic Burst. Let's get straight into it.
The stats have been updated. Typically, it's about a 1.5 to 2 year log of back data. So everything that happened in 2023, we have complete stats. But we don't have all the complete stats of 2024. But it just updated from 650,000 to 992,000.
Yeah, that's almost a 300,000 jump. That's nutty.
Now that we are about halfway through the year. 992,000 women. I want you guys to understand this. Don't get your lives wrapped up in this. Now, the stats have updated for men also. 330,000 men filed for divorce in 2024. I don't know if this is going to climb even higher, but the stats are just insane. However, women filed for divorce 3 times the amount that men did. So that's crazy. I want you men out here to enjoy your lives. As I've told you, men, if you're in a marriage, if I were you, I would be filing for divorce right now. Don't wait on her to file so you can end up losing all your money like a lot of these men have. So I asked ChatGPT, I said, how much money did men lose in 2024 when it comes to divorce, such as with alimony, 50% of their income, homes, etc.? And that was when the stats were 650,000. ChatGPT said that men lost around $30 billion in 2024 if 650,000 women filed for divorce. Now the stats have updated to 992,000. You men need to wake up and realize something. Enjoy your life. Stop chasing love. You live in a society that has no love.
That is true indeed.
I don't know if I buy into that philosophy. It's just like starting a business or doing something that's difficult. Anything that's worth having is worth working for. You know, I'm very pro relationships here on this channel, especially if you want it. If you want to be married, there's ways to go about it and do it. I've been with Cass for 8 years. We've been married for 1. I dated her for 7 years and made sure that, you know, she was the right woman. But also we have a religious hierarchy in our family. We're very traditional, very conservative. And I wasn't trying to get married on a whim. I feel like for guys like this, he's probably been burnt. He probably picked the wrong woman. He's probably made bad decisions. I don't know anything about his personal life. But if I had been bitten or, you know, divorced multiple times, more than likely I would have the same, you know, nihilistic view on relationships. But in my opinion, how do we keep society going? Do we just impregnate with women and let them be single moms? Like, what is the opposite here? You know what I mean? So if everybody's alone and single, we're not going to repopulate. Okay, so that's already a problem right there. We're not going to have more people in society. Okay, so that's a problem. So let's say we want to repopulate. Now we birth children into single mother households. Is that what we do? And we've seen the statistics on that. It's very bad. It's not good at all. The majority of the degeneracy in this world is from single mother households. So I believe there's certain things. That's why I came out with the ebook, The 4 Values of Vetting. There's certain things you need to look for if you are going to be in a marriage. I believe in marriage. Hell, I'm married. A lot of my good friends are married, and I live in a city right now that most of the couples I know are married, and they're happy. These people are happy. They're not unhappy. So for this guy to be like, hey, I've lost, you know, I'm divorced. You should get divorced too. I can understand that because he's trying to give men also the advice, but I always relate it to starting a business. The majority of businesses fail, but still people open up businesses. So if it was something where there's a high failure rate, you know, then people just wouldn't do it, which I get. But starting a business is difficult, but a lot of people start a business. I bet on this YouTube stuff. The likeliness that I was going to fail on YouTube was very high, but it didn't stop me from doing it. I think anything worth having is worth working for, but you got to have calculated risk. And I feel like a lot of guys, they get lost in that sauce. They get lost in that nut. They get lost in that nut. And so they don't want to get married. They don't want to be in a relationship. For me, I get a lot of fulfillment out of being in a relationship. And then now we're going to have a family. Cass is pregnant. These are things that I look forward to. There's a lot of people that are very happy in their relationships, very happy in their marriages. And if you want to be a bachelor, cool. But take that calculated risk if it's something that you want to do. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. Woman explains why 80% of women file for divorce.
We have no concept when we get married that we are actually making a commitment to another person. Oh. We're making a commitment to ourselves, that our vows actually mean something, and that when we get married, we have responsibilities and roles to make it work as women.
Yes, I think a lot of people get married to save the relationship, when you should actually save your relationship first and then get married. Chat, put a 1 in the chat if you agree. People get married thinking it's going to salvage their relationship and save the relationship. I think that's the last thing you should do, right? They're together for a year or two and they're like, well, it's so bad. The relationship's bad. Let's get married. No. Go fix all your problems. Once the problems are fixed and you guys are truly in love and you can see yourself being with this person long term, then go get married. I don't think you should get married to try to save your relationship. Save your relationship, then get married.
We are incredibly short-sighted. And all we think about in getting married is the wedding, the dress, and the party. Have no concept that we are actually stepping into a huge responsibility and a huge commitment that we are making to keep our word and follow through. And women will be the first to argue, my husband broke his vows. My husband does not follow his vows. He's the one that's not committed. Again, that is a projection of ourselves and our own lack of commitment in our marriage.
Oh, wow.
That we have no concept that our vows even mean something. We want to look good, sound good at the wedding, and that's it. For us as women, marriage is the next thing that we are checking off our list of what we think will make us happy in life.
Bro, here's a big telltale right here. Chat, some of you guys may have Facebook. When you see people get married, they post a lot of pictures, right? Which is cool. Engagement's the same thing, right? But notice afterwards some of the chicks that will post a picture of themselves as their profile picture on Facebook, on IG or something like that. That shows me you really didn't care about your man. You just cared about the wedding. You wanted everybody else to see that you were doing good. You wanted everybody else to see that you're married. You're a wifey now. You're off the market. You didn't want to dote on your husband, which is, to me, that's what it's all about, is doting on the opposite partner. Right? It's like doting on the person that you're going to be in a relationship with. Study that shows how unhappy couples post more on social media. I'm pretty sure this was a study. Study links social media use with dissatisfaction. Let's see here. I think there was an overview of it here. Research suggests, here we go. And also, notice the people that you see posting a lot on social media when they're in a relationship, bro. It's an insecurity play. It's a projection play. Research suggests that couples who frequently post about their relationship on social media, particularly in an idealized or excessive way, may be less happy than those who share less. Me and Cass don't post anything about our love life or our marriage or anything. You're not going to see nothing on social media about us being together or us together. Studies indicate that oversharing can stem from a need for validation or a desire to project a perfect image, potentially masking underlying insecurities or unhappiness. Conversely, couples who are genuinely happy in their relationships tend to share less, focusing instead on enjoying their time together without seeking external validation. I 100% agree with that. 100% agree with that. Couples that are happy, they don't share their business online, dude.
So I had a man today ask me if I was ready for a serious relationship. So to answer that, my aunt suggested this. To start to say, yeah, I'm serious. I'm serious for somebody to take care of my mortgage. I'm serious for someone to take me on vacation.
I'm sorry, when they say this, they just sound like prostitutes, man. Shots fired! It's just all money.
Serious about meeting someone that wants to pay a car note and my insurance, that wants to pay my phone bill, my electricity,
and your aunt is probably single and alone.
Internet, that wants to pay for me to get my hair, nails, and lashes done when I want to get them done. Seriously ready for somebody to put gas in my car every Sunday. I'm seriously ready for somebody that, wants to be a stepdaddy. Well, real daddy.
Ooh, ain't nobody trying to be a stepdaddy to your kids.
These days, I don't believe in step. I'm seriously ready for a man that doesn't want other men, because that's a Houston thing. I'm serious.
Dude, the homophobia amongst these bitter single big back moms. Big back. Like, just claiming men are gay. Imagine if men turned around and were like, yeah, there's no women out there because they're all lesbians. People they'd call you so stupid. Like, they want to shame these men. Nobody, like, there's no data or studies backing up anything that she's saying that the guys are actually gay. She just wants to sit there and be like, well, these guys are gay. They don't want to be with me, so they're gay. It's like, bro, you can't make this stuff up, bro. You really can't. Oh, it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. What does this guy have to say?
2024. Did you also know that 30,000 men filed for divorce last year in 2024? That is over 1 million divorces.
Crazy.
It's safe to say marriage doesn't work. Coming from somebody that's been divorced, I've been single for 10 years. It's nice to have maybe a companion, a chick maybe to build something with, but that's about it, man.
They said over 992,000 women filed for divorce in 2024. Why are y'all even getting married? Like, if these marriages lasted anywhere between, 2 years or less, what was the point of y'all? Y'all must be just meeting people, going out to lunch.
Well, dude, in my opinion, it's just there's a lot of stupid people out there.
Stupid.
Like, there's a lot of people that get married for the wrong reason. Like, likeliness that a business will fail percentage. Let's just see here. What percentages of businesses fail each year? In the United States, based on the data from the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, 20% of businesses fail in their first year after opening. This rate increases to approximately 50% or 49% within the first 5 years and 65% within the first 10 years. However, it's important to remember that these are an average figures, that the actual failure rate can significantly depending on several factors, including industry, location, economic conditions, which makes total sense. But see, I look at these numbers and I correlate them to marriage as well. Maybe the first year, 20% fail. The second year, or the first 5 years, 50% fail, and then 65% fail. You know what I mean? Like, men are marrying the wrong women. They're marrying women that are actually modern women and don't want to be married. And see, that's the problem, is that men don't know how to vet women, which is once again why I came up with the book, the 4 Values of Vetting. But I got a clip here from this is the guy that was actually he's Halle Berry's ex-husband, and he basically exposes how awful she was.
We never had any major issues like that. It's just that because I was young and had only been in, honestly, one real relationship before her.
Here, I'll switch it to this screen over here. Give me a sec, chat. But he's more of a traditional guy, and he talks about, like, she wouldn't cook, she wouldn't clean, she wouldn't do any of that. Now, to be fair, she was a millionaire, at the time. Halle Berry was probably at the height of her career when this guy was married to her. But there's certain things as a woman, in my opinion, that you should want to do for your man. Like, Cass loves to cook for me, and I think that's a big thing for me because I love it when she cooks for me.
My knowledge and my understanding, my wisdom around relationships just wasn't vast. So I'm looking at my mom, and I'm a Midwest guy. So in my mind, I'm thinking a wife at that time should cook, clean,
traditional,
and then I'm thinking, okay, if we have kids, is this the woman I want to have kids with and build a family with? And at that time, as a young guy, she don't cook, don't clean, don't really seem like motherly. And then we start having issues.
Facts. And also, that's why you don't marry actresses at the height of their career. You know what I mean? Like, come on, Halle Berry, bro. Like, you really thought Halle Berry was going to step up and be like, a good partner? Like, bro, come on. So this lady right here is going viral. She spent $700 worth of back to school clothes, and she goes, this is what $700 looks like in 2025? And this video is ridiculous.
Okay, I spent $700 on my son's back to school clothes, and I could have sworn I was going to have more things than this. Look at this. Okay, I got him 2 pairs of sweats, and I was only...
Keep in mind, this is polo stuff. I'm a grown man, and I don't even wear polo stuff. This stuff is very expensive, bro.
Able to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shirts. So 6 shirts and 2 pairs of sweats equals $700.
You're getting polo. Boy, back in my day, I was wearing Walmart.
I'm confused. Okay, I spent...
So, chat, are you buying your kid polo stuff? If you do have kids, if you don't have kids, like... For me, it's wild that these women are out there paying like $50, $60, $70, $100 for a pair of sweats. Boy, back in my day, I was wearing Walmart shoes, son. I was writing a DC logo on them because I wanted to be a skateboarder. That's how poor I was. Or I was going to Goodwill. I remember one year my mom gave me $20 to go to back to school shopping, and instead of like going to the store and buying it for me, she goes, "Hey, you got a little bit of fashion sense. You got some style now. Here's $20. Where do you want to go? Where do you want to shop?" And I was like, "Let's go to Goodwill." I went to Goodwill and I got the polo stuff. I got the name brand stuff. I got Lacoste, and I wore it and I washed it and just made it look nice. But dude, you can get so much stuff for $20 at Goodwill. Your kid doesn't need to be wearing fresh polo stuff. I don't even wear fresh polo stuff. I made the mistake a couple months ago. I went and bought some wife beaters from Dillard's. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to get a nice wife beater. I went and bought some polo wife beaters. Those hoes were $120 for like a dozen of them. I was like, what in the actual am I doing here? Why did I just spend this much money? But I wanted to see if they were really nice. They're not nice. The Walmart ones are just as good. So needless to say, I'm never going to buy any name brand wife beater ever again.
Did you guys see the Sydney Sweeney ad this week?
I think it's absolutely on it.
Oh my God, bro. Are we surprised they look like that? It says eat trash. Is that your diet plan right now?
Shots fired! Acceptable. I mean, as she put it, it's not acceptable. By specifically using a white person, it completely disregards everything that we've spent the last centuries working towards. And so that just kind of, it rubs us the wrong way.
Golly, I hope your deodorant stick rubs your armpit the right way, though. Good Lord. Ugh, it just looked like she stunk just from here. Oh no, man, this is crazy. I saw this clip. This clip is going a little viral as well.
14-year-old is officially pregnant and having a child. Before you guys come for me, she has been in a relationship since she was 12 with the same guy. He is also 14.
Oh my God. This is why I say this single motherhood is generational. 14-year-old daughter, she about to be a grandma. Almost biggity bet you when she was 14, 15, she was pregnant as well. Oh, great. They've been together for 2 years? That's awesome. From 12 to 14? I didn't know my ass from my elbow at that freaking age, dude. You're about to bring a kid into this world? But this single motherhood is generational. Single moms raise up young girls to be single moms. Single moms also raise up young boys to be womanizers. I was one of them. They raise them up to be son husbands and womanizers. That's what they do. Because you go out there and you learn how to manipulate your mom, then you can manipulate the other one. Words, Levi? You stupid. Minute. You can learn how to manipulate your mom, then you can go out and learn how to manipulate women your own age. And so, but I always say single women in chat. Put a 1 in the chat if you agree. Single women raise the men that they hate. They raise up the boys that they hate. The boys to be the men that they absolutely hate. You know what I'm saying? So, no, it's wild to me. I've got a couple other clips here. What is this? All right, let's go back up. I got some other ones on Twitter for y'all, man. Y'all know I keep the heat coming. I keep the heat a-coming. What is this one? Okay, let's see here.
Well, if women were just nicer to men, maybe men would be more open to feminism. So actually, women were subservient to men for thousands and thousands of years and had to be nice to men so they didn't die. And guess what? It didn't get us any closer to men seeing us as actual human beings. Women are literally conditioned from day one, from birth, to be as patient and polite and understanding with men as physically possible. And most men never notice that because they see that as completely normal. Any man who expects extra hand-holding and coddling on top of all that, just in order to see women as human beings deserving of respect, deserving of equal rights, deserving of safety in society, is incredibly selfish. The fact that many women who have experienced unimaginable levels of cruelty at the hands of certain men continue to advocate for things like men's mental health and men's ability to express themselves within society proves that this point is ridiculous. You don't advocate for something just because everyone in the group was nice to you. You advocate for something because it's the right thing to do, because everyone deserves to be treated as a human being and deserves to have proper rights within this society. That is not too much to ask of you. That is not too much to ask of anyone.
You know how I tell you the poisonous frogs in the Amazon have crazy colors on their hair? Right here, bro. So many things to complain about, no solutions. It's all just complaints. Well, men aren't this, men aren't doing this, and they're just not. If men cared and they would actually look at it, like, no, baby girl, you're a protected class. If World War III broke out right now, you gonna be on the front lines? I doubt it.
How about no?
You want men to protect you in every way. The car that you're driving, a man made. The windshield's a man. The phone that you're crying on, the phone that you're complaining to, a man came up with that. All these niceties. If these women hated men as much as they actually said they do, they would just sit in a room or they would just pitch a tent outside. Just go pitch a tent outside and do your thing. Don't take advantage of anything that men have created. Nothing that men have invented. If you hate us so much, then get away. Don't deal with this at all. It's just privilege is so blind to those who have it. This woman has so much privilege. She can go to the hairdresser. She can have a job. She can have a car. She can have a smartphone to complain on and cry on. But she has no self-awareness to realize that if men didn't create these things, she wouldn't have the niceties in this world to be able to do that. Just so ungrateful, bro. Like, it's the victim Olympics. People just want to wake up every day and be a victim of their circumstances instead of being a hero of their opportunities. I'll leave you guys with that. Loki, ain't that awesome, though? Aww. You're such a good boy. You were sleeping. I didn't want to bother you, dude. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. It was good to have you guys out, man. Until next time. Peace.